Are we live yet? Got your volume down?
Yeah.
Are we live yet? Let us know, people. I always hate this. Golly, I hate this. Uh-oh,
We are now.
something's happened. I think we're live now.
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, I hate this lag. I hate it so much. So, yes, we're live. At least I'm seeing us on one screen right here. So, welcome everybody. It's Andrew Tiffany, and as you can see, Bullets in the background enjoying his fire. Mm-hmm. We're having our second fire of the year. It actually got down into the kind of mid to low 50s this morning. Felt really good. Actually, it's felt great all day long. We haven't had to really run fans.
Windows open.
Yeah, windows open, camper wide open, shop wide open, processing room wide open. It has been a beautiful day. Hopefully y'all are having an amazing day as well. And it's supposed to be even colder, I think, tomorrow morning, then starts warming back up for a few days. And I think we get some 50s again come next weekend. So really, really excited about that. So I see quite a few familiar faces in the house. I see a lot of people talking to Mr. Jimmy. He's one of our regulars. So yeah, if definitely, if you believe in prayer, without a doubt, keep Mr. Jimmy's brother in mind. They're going through a hard time right now. So Mr. Jimmy's missed a couple of live streams. He'll pop on every now and then, but he's kind of got his hands full there with family matters, which we completely understand. That's far more important than our live stream in the afternoon. But we appreciate him getting on, saying hello. And I see Mr. Doug is on. Everybody, every single week asks, where's Mr. Doug at? Well, Mr. Doug has to go work really hard to pay for all the donations that he gives. I feel so bad. But it looks like, obviously, you got the night off. So thank you so much for jumping on and chatting with us, Mr. Doug, because everybody always looks forward to seeing Mr. Doug on here.
It's good.
So quite a few familiar faces. I see everybody talking about the weather, too.
Say it was Sunday.
Oh, yeah. So let me say my normal spiel every week. It is Sunday, October the, had to look, 17th at 7 p.m. Eastern. So we do live streams every single Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern. So if we're not live and you're watching this back later and ask what you think's a live comment, I don't respond, I'll respond the next day or whenever I wake up, whenever it is. This is also a good time to remind y'all that on Halloween Sunday, so not next Sunday, the Sunday after, we're going to 5 p.m. Eastern for our live streams for the rest of the winter because, as you can see, it's already getting dark. In another month or two, when it's getting dark at 5:45 in the afternoon, it's hard to do a live stream at 7 when everything's pitch black. Everybody's kind of already sleepy, tired, ready to get to bed, ready to wind down to start their new week. So on Halloween, we will be moving to 5 p.m. Eastern. Keep that in mind. As Bullet destroys his bed back here.
He's getting it comfortable.
Okay, he's fluffing his bed. He can't make his mind up what he wants to do. He keeps laying by the fire, then he'll get in his bed. Then he lays by the fire, then he get in his bed. So.
He's very cold. He's not used to the weather.
Yeah, it's in like the high 60s here, maybe low 70s, and he is dying, y'all. That's just death to him. That is freezing cold. So he's already got his sweater on.
I had to put that on him. He was freezing.
Yep, getting his bed fluffed up, about to get under the covers, it looks like, and got him a fire going in the background. So it feels awesome, y'all. It really does. I know we're probably going to talk about that too much, but I love this time of year. I love it. We've got our second fire going. We can have one tomorrow night. Well, maybe not the next night. It goes back in the 80s, then cools off next weekend. We can have another fire. So I love this time of year.
Yeah, we might get less TV time in the evening. We might be out here more.
Yeah, well, we're not big TV people anyway. We're definitely not movie people, even though I put movie quotes and videos all the time. Did another one today that some people caught on to. But no, that is our TV right there. Starting from now all the way probably through next April, we pretty much have a fire almost every single night. That is our TV. It's the, hey, how was your day? How are things going? I'd much rather have memories around that thing than some TV or cell phone. Other than live streams, y'all are doing okay on cell phones tonight, but that's our time of the year right there. So Diz Traveler says that looks like a big fluffy pumpkin in the background. Well, hey, it is October. I guess it could be. There's our orange pumpkin back there. And Melissa says it's nice and cool there in Kentucky. Deer loins on the grill for supper. Oh, a woman after my own heart. So we went over to a friend's last night, and we all joked that today being our first it's actually our second cool snap, but our first decent cool snap, getting in the 50s, almost dipping in the 40s tomorrow. We said that every store will be sold out of beans and everything else today because every housewife or man around our country right now is making chili today because it's either one, brown gravy and deer, which we had last night and was so good, or chili. I don't know how y'all do, but that first cool day, that's all I can think about. Let me get some chili or some brown gravy and deer. So speaking of, since we're talking about food, our favorite subject, let's just go ahead and let Tiffany talk about food for tonight.
I'm probably going to need a little bit more cooler weather before I start breaking the chili and soup out. So I am doing pressed Cuban sandwiches and pasta salad.
Pressed Cuban sandwiches on the Blackstone, of course, and pasta salad. Sounds good to me. I love it. I love Cuban sandwiches.
Then we'll get into the soups and stews here.
Yep. So my handy dandy notebook, that's a heck of a YouTube name, says it's your birthday today, and very happy to see us. So happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you for getting on and chatting with us. I see Mr. Doug's talking to, looks like Maddox is probably on. So welcome, Maddox. Nice to see you. Everybody knows Maddox and Cash and Mr. Doug and quite a few other familiar faces that we have. And I see Rusty's already talking about having chili at his house, so I knew one of y'all would be. I guarantee there's a pile of y'all had chili today.
Yeah, let's see how many can tell us that they're having chili tonight.
Now, the cold front probably hit some of y'all, or cool snap, I should call it, not cold front. Probably hit some of y'all yesterday or the day before, depending on where you're at in the country. So, yeah, how many people had chili? That's the first thing I think of. Dark, thick, artery-clogging gravy or chili. That's what I want when it's cold.
Yeah, in some places it's probably not even cool yet.
So. Mr. Donald asked, no dill or stew? No, it's got to get a little bit colder before I eat my famous armadillo stew. And for those of y'all that are new, that is a complete lie. I do not eat nasty old armadillo, but I hate them with a passion because they dig my yard up constantly. And I see, who was it? Yeah, Miss Sharon, she said it was lasagna for y'all tonight. Getting cooler there in southern Ontario, but no frost. Man, it'll be, we don't know. We could get frost next month here, or it could be January. Welcome to Florida. We have no idea, but lasagna sounds great too.
Yeah.
Italian food, probably one of our favorite foods, without a doubt. And Harrison brings up an excellent point. He said a mini excavator would have been awesome for trenching.
Sure would.
Then I wouldn't have had to rent, that daggum ditch witch that cost $100, and I could have got a $70,000 excavator to help knock off those $100 ditch witch rentals. Actually, Harrison, it's going to take a long time for me to pay for that mini X now that we're thinking about it, and it's hard to convince her with the numbers there.
I know. I can think of some things too, like a pool hole.
Or like a pond, or to go clear stumps out of the trail. Trust me, one of these days, I'm getting a mini excavator. I just don't want no 1990s piece of junk that somebody's beat the heck down and got 10,000 hours. So maybe one of these days. A guy can dream, right? We'll see. So Maddox asked, did I go hunting this week? I did not. It's been burning up hot, y'all. This is our first cool day. But now that it's cooled off, I'm starting to think more and more about it. Funny thing is, I just went and pulled my deer camera cards right before this live stream and looked on there. Only one legal buck. But hey, I'm finally seeing a legal buck. Nothing to get excited about. So I'm just not seeing anything that's got me really excited this year. I don't know what's going on with our deer. It's crazy. I talked to my neighbor and a few other people. Nobody's really seeing a whole lot of bucks this year. But we got plenty of bears, coyotes, and turkeys for some weird reason. So I don't know what's going on with all that. So Mr. Cash is on. I was wondering, looking for him. He said, sorry he was late. He's at Wally World food shopping. Well, we all know what Wally World is, don't we? Well, some of y'all may. It's our Walmart over here. Our local southern mall, we'll call it. Oh, goodness. Yep, so here we are with the Duramax to pull the mini excavator in the dump trailer. I'm liking this. Y'all have just spent more than we probably paid for our house and maybe even our land. So keep spending our money, y'all. Keep spending it. Let's see here. There was one other one that I missed. Yeah, Harrison said that's what Mike Morgan said a couple years ago. Look at him now. Mike, I don't know what Mike's got going on, but that man knows how to work his YouTube business. Oh my goodness. I've never seen a man get so much free tractors, equipment, work deals with Kubota and excavators and all that stuff. But Mike needs to do a YouTuber's crash course because that man must know how to talk. I don't know how he gets the stuff that he does, but hey, happy for him. Knock yourself out. I would love to have some of that shiny new equipment around here to help me do some so fun projects. But I think we're a long ways away from that. I really think we are. So Leo Kelley just jumped on, although he spells his name wrong, but he says, hey Kelley's, what's up? Welcome Leo, thanks for chatting with us. And Levi says, I think you'd look great in an armadillo helmet like Dukes of Hazzard. Well, maybe I might get one of those one day. That could be something interesting to get. Oh, let's see here. What is it? Yes, I know. I knew this was coming. Tiffany already hit me up about this week. So 1B Turner says, did I look into the hats? You don't have shirts my size, so I need a hat, please. Daggone, man. Well, that's true. Actually, I need to get back on there and look because I already got on, what was it? Who do we get our shirts through again? I can't think, y'all. Bonfire.
Yeah.
Duh.
You would know.
The key's right here behind me. I get our shirts through Bonfire. And I went on there this week and started tweaking with it some, but let me know your size, honestly. Now, they're not the world's best if it's a very, very large size, but I can change colors and get larger sizes. So let me know that if you see something that you don't have on there, and I'll look into it. But as far as the hats go, no, we talked about it this week. We really did, and I've been way too busy, y'all. I'm going to have a little bit slower time. I'm working 6+ days a week right now, working up to the rough end inspections right now, work all day today on the house. That's all I can focus on. As soon as I get past that, I'll probably sit down and start designing hats. First, I got to find a company, figure out who will actually ship them for me, what style hat that we want, but we will definitely get into that. So, Mr. Doug.
Thank you, Mr. Doug.
Golly, man. So, thank you so much for all the new people that don't know Mr. Doug. He's probably the most generous man that I have ever come across, without a doubt. So thank you so much for an amazing donation. And he says, hey, Andrew, dump trailer, grapple, and Tiffany dinner fun.
All right, we'll add it up to it.
And I will. I keep a running dump trailer, grapple fun in my phone. And we started a mini X a while back. It's got a little bit in it. Because y'all seriously make donations toward that stuff. And if it ever hits the amount, I can go purchase these things. I'm going to go purchase these things. So looking at Mr. Doug's donation, I think we'll add $10 to Tiffany's dinner fund, and we'll put the rest to the dump trailer and grapple. I like your thinking. Thank you, Mr. Doug. So McDonald's it is for you, baby. Stick on the dollar menu so we both can eat now.
Be careful. He'll just be giving donations for my dinner fund.
Oh, crap. Yeah, you got a good point there. Thank you very much, Mr. Doug. Thank you so much. We truly do appreciate that. That's awesome. And, of course, there's Mr. Cash saying he's got the next round of care packages coming out. He's been hooking us up with all kinds of California goodies from marinades to seasonings to shirts to everything else. So thank y'all so much for your generosity. It's been awesome, the community that we've had here. And I seen some of y'all chatting earlier, too. It's not just us. I see y'all doing things back and forth for each other. So that's pretty cool that we've made kind of a little bit of a community like this. You know, we all have made that. So appreciate y'all's generosity toward us and toward each other, without a doubt.
Yeah, we always love to hear when people pay it forward. That's something that we really believe in. So
yeah, without a doubt. And this has been inspiring us even more and more to try to be better people, without a doubt. This is I've talked about it a while back, but I haven't mentioned it in a while. This is something I didn't really expect out of YouTube, to be perfectly honest. When I started YouTube, it was a hobby. Then it kind of went into, oh wow, can I actually make this a living? And I'm still working hard toward that. And I never seen the community side of it or understood that, and the generosity and meeting good people, because sadly we live in a world where we're all so caught up with TV, news, social media, and you see the negative and everything. So when you constantly see a bunch of people that are extremely generous, helping each other, not just us, but helping everybody else, it's a cool feeling. Like, I wish the world could see more of this.
Just
without
connecting with each one of y'all on here, and you know.
Yeah, because like I said, the negativity in social media after a while makes you think everybody's bad. Well, that's the exact opposite. Majority of people are good. It's just for some reason the world has started promoting bad apples. So I love that on here promotes good apples. You're a good apple, Mr. Doug. Hey. Oh, well, DeVault Family Living, we were talking all positive. He said $10 won't even get you McDonald's anymore. Shh. If we go to the dollar menu and get her like 2 cheeseburgers, I think we can hook her up for $10.
I don't even know if they have a dollar menu anymore.
I don't know. We don't do fast food because I'm just kind of kidding. Maybe they still have a dollar menu. Not really sure.
I don't know.
Now, I used to like them Big Macs back in the day. Now
I think I did see a McDonald's bag in your truck actually.
Oh, that was probably for a biscuit a while back. I don't go there for burgers or nothing, but I will cheat every now and then on a biscuit if I'm on a hardware store run. Leave me alone. Leave me. So let's see here. Yeah, thumbs up. Thank y'all so much for reminding us of that. I keep forgetting everybody. Subscribe, thumbs up. That really does help the channel, but I try not to shove that in everybody's face often, so I'll let y'all do that. Thank y'all very much. So David says I need to look at Farm Focus for hats and tees. I need to write that down. Actually, I will do that. Never heard of them. We'll see that. Thank y'all very much, because this is all new to me with merch and how to make all this work. Fillet of fish value meal, says Mr. Doug. Actually, a fillet of fish sandwich doesn't sound half bad. We don't have a clue what's in their fillet of fish anymore nowadays. It could be a fillet of overseas catfish or something. I don't know. I think I'd rather have my fresh fish from around here. Thank you very much.
Well, we need more fresh fish. So.
Yeah. So my handy dandy notebook says, does it always get dark that fast over there? That's why we're going to move our live stream back, because as you can see now, it's getting dark. The shop lights are lighting us up to where we're glowing, and we need to cut it back. But you can tell it's the time of year to where I wake up in the mornings now, and literally 6 to 8 weeks ago, I wake up about the same time every day. It was bright and sunny then. You felt like you were already behind. Now you wake up the same time, it's still dark. Our days are getting shorter and shorter fast. Here before long,
I felt like we didn't have enough time in the day.
Yeah, here before long, it'll be dark at 5:45 every afternoon. I kid you not. That's kind of the, once we hit, the major, was it winter solstice or whatever the heck it is, the shortest days of the year, 5:45. So that's why we're trying to move these back. But we're Eastern time too. I don't know how everybody else is here and where everybody's from, but it's getting darker earlier and earlier, without a doubt. So let's see here. So Mr. Tim, Uncle Tim says, did you have any dove come in yet? Other than that first shoot, oh, it's been a sore subject. The first shoot was amazing. I mean, we had several hundred dove come in, just like textbook, just like you hope and pray for. That's more dove than I actually ever expected on such a small field. We probably had 300, maybe even 400 the more we get to thinking about it come in. So invited a ton of people over that next weekend thinking, we're not going to have as many, but we're still going to have a decent shoot, right? Oh my goodness, y'all. The dove apparently got the memo. Somebody told them. We might have had 50 doves show up. So that's not good, because last year the second and third weekend was still pretty decent. This year they have vanished. They have absolutely vanished. I'm not seeing any dove right now. It's pretty much over. So all that work for one good dove shoot. Now, with that said, we had a great dove shoot. We had a good time. And even that second weekend where we had a bunch of people over, while the dove shoot wasn't spectacular, it didn't matter. We had so much food, so much fun hanging out with everybody. We lit a fire even though it was 90 degrees, had music playing, really enjoyed ourselves. So that's what we really look forward to every year. That's just a yearly tradition to kind of get some friends and family together. So the dove, not good. The get together, it was great. It was great.
Which we have a lot of plantations around us too. So.
We do. While we're not highfalutin plantation owners, sorry if any of y'all are, I wish we had that problem. All around us is some like big name plantation owners, and I think once they get their thousands of acres of seed on the ground, my little 4 or 5 acres can't compete, and maybe they drop seed early this year is all I can come up with. So Richard says Bullet's having trouble getting comfortable. That's because Bullet don't know what he wants to do. He's over there eating nuggets right now, looking for cats, sitting by the fire, fluffing his chair, and now, where you at, Bullet?
I don't know where he's at.
Now we gotta go see. I guarantee
for kitties.
He's looking for kitty kitties. Ain't no doubt about that at all. Yep, and I see Cash says, no, he's looking for kitty cats. Yes, he is. Actually, we had to jump out of the camper just the other night because the lights were going off again. Sure enough, there's an old stray cat out there.
And what is the name of the stray cat that you have named?
I call him Patches. So my buddy Patches shows up about every night. I caught him drinking out of Bullet's water bowl the other night outside and running around. But he's got a big white patch. He's black. And he just shows up every night whenever he feels like it to eat food, drink Bullet's water, and then he's gone by the morning.
He lives across the street, I'm pretty sure.
I guarantee he lives across the street. We got a cat lady across the street. We'll just say that. You know, when you drive by the haul of trash, something about 30 to 40 cats take off everywhere. Yeah, we got one of those. So we see cats quite often. So Van Life of Crystal says, we glow even without the lights. I like her. Other than her crazy gifts, I like her. Thank you very much. I think we're glowing. Thank you. So Shauna asked, do doves taste good? Never had any. I love them. She loves them too. Especially, now, a lot of people fry them up. Everything fried kind of tastes good. But we bacon wrap them after we let them sit in Italian dressing in a bag for a while. And then bacon wrap them, grill them, and I think they taste excellent. They're not super gamey to me at all. You can't cook them long or they will turn gamey. But I think it's an excellent tasting meat. If you've ever had deer backstrap, if you grill them and bacon wrap them, I think it tastes somewhat similar to that. And they're very tender. But the key with any wild game is don't overcook it, or then it gets that old livery taste. It's tough, and you have a bad experience. You definitely cannot overcook wild game. But we love it. Did he come back?
Yeah, he's just strolling around.
All right, little man's back. I guess he's feeling frisky with the cool weather. Yeah. Now he's out there by the fire, but y'all can't. Yeah, there he is. He's sitting by the fire. So DeVault Family Living says they'll keep the field mice down, the cats. That would be great. That would actually be great. So speaking of that, let's tell you a little story. I thought I was going to be late getting on the live stream. So as far as our camper goes, Tiffany noticed a little damp spot in a corner just a few minutes ago. Mm-hmm. So I start hunting around trying to figure out what's going on, and finally open up a hatch underneath. And by the way, there's PEX tubing run everywhere in a camper. And I'm going to take a shot at PEX because everybody keeps telling me, why didn't you run PEX in the house? Well, this could be one reason not to. It's kind of thin wall stuff. So I finally figure out where a leak is coming from in the camper. And whenever I open the bottom storage hatch, looks like we have a little buddy, a little mouse is building a nest in there. And he decided to chew into the PEX piping, which is thin wall stuff. And we've got water droplets going everywhere. So I've got a catch pan in there now. I get to spend the first part of my morning tomorrow going and finding PEX fittings, which I'm not familiar with, to try to plug up this leak for this apparently very thirsty mouse. Mm-hmm. And I've got him a peanut butter date on some traps too. So he better enjoy himself. So speaking of, Patches, my cat, ain't doing his job. Patches needs to get to work.
Well, you keep scaring Patches away from the camper, so.
Well, Patches is going to have to go get another job if he can't work around here. He can't be eating our food, drinking our water if he ain't going to work and get these mice. So, yeah, welcome to country living. Welcome to living in a camper. We have a mouse that decided to try to wreak havoc in there.
As long as he don't get in the bed with us, I'm okay.
Yeah, that'd be kind of fun. That'd be kind of fun. Oh, let's see here. Oh, wait. Why are we talking about kicking Chris out? What's happened in here? What's happened?
Mr. Doug and Cash. Mr. Doug was talking about coming in the spring. And
oh, goodness gracious. Let me scroll up and see that. So, yeah, I see Mr. Doug right now talking about Cash. He said he's heading down in the spring. I've been trying to get Mr. Doug down for a while. A lot of people keep asking me in private email and all, you do something, Mr. Doug. I want to get Mr. Doug down here, but that man works too much. He needs to take him a week off and get down here so I can treat him. But he says he's going to make it happen. And now he's inviting Cash also. That's cool. Cash can cook for us.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. What you barking at? Hush. I bet he sees a kitty cat. And then it says, we'll bunk in Andrew's loft. I hope I have it ready for you by spring, but y'all can bunk up there. Just no jumping on the bed. No jumping on the bed. All right, let's see here. Do we like quail, says God Bless America? I like it decent. Actually, I'm already lined up for another plantation quail hunt coming up in, I think, February, if I remember correctly. Went on one last year, carried my GoPros, everything, was going to record it for y'all. Left the batteries at home. Left the batteries at home, y'all. Had my cameras. Had an awesome quail hunt. I mean, we had an amazing quail hunt. Didn't get to record it. So I'm going to try to record one for y'all here before long. We'll grill and fry them up too. I like quail, but I think we both actually like dove even more. We kind of like the darker meat a little better, believe it or not. But quail's good meat. There's no doubt about that. So Rehab Life says, don't get the plastic PEX fittings. Well, guess what? That's the ones that I have in there. But it wasn't the fitting that failed. It was the tube that got gnawed through. So I'll have to go find whatever I can get tomorrow. And may have to extend that piping based on where it's bid at. But we'll see. We'll see how this all works out. A cordless rat zapper. I've never heard of one, but wouldn't surprise me if Van Life with Chris already has one in the mail for me to stick my finger in or something. All right, so Mr. Doug says he is going to come see us, and he has something cool to bring us. Well, Mr. Doug, I have something cool for you to carry back home, so I need you to bring a truck whenever you come, all right? Wink, wink. We're going to leave it at that. So it sounds like me and Mr. Doug are going to outdo each other in the spring, and I hope Mr. Doug's going to let me get him on camera, and we'll get him on the outdoor channel, maybe on this channel as well. I would like to have Mr. Doug on a live stream. What do y'all think about that?
Absolutely.
Maybe we can get Mr. Doug down on a Sunday and have him on a live stream and chat with y'all, and he can be sitting in Bullet's chair right there.
If not, we can just make a special live stream time and
Yeah.
day.
Oh, we will.
Yeah.
If Mr. Doug's up for it, we'll get him on a live stream. Y'all start pressuring him now. We got to work on him the next few months. Oh, goodness. Here. I'm reading a few comments. Give me a second. So Eddie says, enjoy your content. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Eddie, for getting on and chatting with us. We appreciate that. Shark bite fitting, says Cody. That's probably what I need to try to find. I've heard great things about shark bite fittings. Seems wild to just stick a tube in and trust it not blowing out, but I know a ton of people believe in those and have had good luck with them. And Devault Family Living asked a very popular question that I get quite often. Have I considered purchasing a sawmill? It would save cash, building pens for animals, things like that. It absolutely would, but as weird as this is to tell you, I'm somewhat of a tree hugger. I love trees. I don't like hurting trees, but yes, I run chainsaws and cut firewood and everything else. If you'll notice, everything I cut on the channel, I don't go out and cut a fresh green tree. I just can't stand doing it. There's just too much tree cutting going on around here. I like trees. But if I get a tree for firewood, it's either been damaged, storm damage, a tree service company cut it, or it was already a dead tree and I could use. I said all that to say, sawmill didn't really fit right now. I'm not going to cut trees on our property. But for example, like the tree service company that I get firewood logs from, if I could eventually ever get enough from them, enough logs supplied to me that I didn't have to go out and try to find that would be saw logs, yeah, I would absolutely consider one. I think it'd make great content for the channel. You're right, it would build some awesome pins and things down the road. So I'm not saying no to it. It just doesn't fit in our budget or lifestyle right now. But down the road, I could see that it absolutely could fit the lifestyle, maybe not so much the budget. And we can't start a sawmill budget now because we got to work toward that grapple, that dump trailer, and those other things. Actually, we got to have that dump trailer to get them saw logs back before we get that sawmill. So we got to work on that. But yeah, I would love to have one. Maybe eventually, yeah, I will get one. Let's see here. We're talking about feeding cats. What the heck are y'all talking about? So Shauna asked, have I ever had duck? Oh, absolutely. But we have wild duck. I do go out and do some duck hunting and get those. And let me tell you, now there's only a couple types of duck that I like. That's wood duck and teal. Everything else does taste quite livery, quite strong. But wood duck and teal taste absolutely like deer backstrap to me. If you cook them rare to medium rare at the most. I'll actually cut pockets in those, stuff them with jalapenos, cream cheese, close the breast back up, bacon wrap that, and put Montreal steak seasoning on it, grill it.
I'm hungry now.
Yeah, I know, grill it to where it's really rare, but where you need to keep it. And oh yes, that's some good stuff. That's some really good stuff. Problem is the last couple of years here, I think the migration has changed. We just don't hardly have any ducks the last couple of years, whereas a couple of years before that I did pretty decent. But yes, yeah, we like duck. She really likes duck, the right kind of duck. So Van Life Chris says the zappers weren't a joke, but the bullwhip I sent Tiffany was. Yeah, I kind of knew the zappers weren't a joke, and I've been using them for the right reason, but somehow people on here turned them into a joke, like, I don't know, Cash and a few others trying to get thumbs up for zaps and things like that. So I know you meant well with them, but some other people did not. We've just got those kind of people around here, y'all. Sorry about that. But I did.
Cash is not here to defend himself.
No, Cash is here.
He left.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Cash, y'all. He's going there. It was 100% Cash trying to make me do bad things with them zappers. We're blaming it on Cash. He's gone. Everybody talk about Cash. Oh, goodness here. So Mr. Doug says another very popular thing that I keep hearing here. 6 to 10 months wait on a sawmill. Well, everything is 4, 5, 6, 10 months wait. It seems like doors, windows, everything else. So that's another very valid point. Even if I wanted a sawmill right now, you can't get it. However, with lumber dropping so stinking cheap right now, it has crashed in our area. Lumber is just absolutely crashed now that we're done building with lumber for the most part. I bet you sawmills are going to get called up in a few months, and then their price is going to have to crash because lumber's so cheap. And then we're going to repeat this vicious cycle of, well, while it's cheap, we better start buying it, building again. The demand goes up, price will go up. I have a feeling we're going to be in a crazy cycle for prices and availability of everything for quite a while, without a doubt. So, Mr. Doug, my goodness, man.
Thank you.
Seriously? That's
Well, before Mr. Doug leaves, answer his question. He's
Okay.
asked it a couple times. He wanted to know what the update is on the windows.
okay. So, Mr. Doug, before you leave, hope you haven't left yet. Thank you so much for another
Thank you.
extremely generous
Thank you.
donation. He says he's got to go eat dinner. Good talking with y'all. Take care. But as far as the windows go, I can't remember if I updated that today or it's in the video tomorrow or next day, something like that. But I had the original window company come out that had to haul butt to Arkansas for some big job they had, and they quoted me 4 to 5 months on getting vinyl framed, double wall, argon filled custom windows. But then in that conversation, they said we can do aluminum frame windows in house. But that's what we do for all of our commercial, restaurants and businesses and things like that. They said if you're willing to go with white powder coated aluminum frame, they said we can get the glass in a couple of weeks and we can build the frame in house if you can live with that and trim it out how you want and get you windows so much quicker. So I was very excited to hear that. We're waiting this week to hear the quote back. Anytime I hear commercial and powder coated and all these fancy words, normally that means very, very expensive. So I'm waiting to hear the quote this week. I'm excited for the fact they can build it in-house and you don't have all the freight of shipping out and coming back with vinyl framing that apparently nobody does in the house anymore. So it could be a wash. I will update y'all later this week once we get that quote back. I'm nervous and excited. So we could wind up getting windows way quicker than we originally thought. Now the doors are becoming a problem. I can't even get people to call me back with quotes for doors. Can't even get quotes. People just don't do what they say anymore. It's becoming aggravating. So thank you so much for your generosity, Mr. Doug. Thank you for chatting with us.
Thanks for coming tonight.
Yeah, we truly appreciate it, and we'll keep you updated. Good chatting with you. Look forward to seeing you in the spring.
I'm going to go feed the fire.
Yep. I don't feel it anymore, even though it's 40 feet behind us. But throw some logs on that thing. You ain't got to split them. I do. Oh, let's see what there. So DeVault says tractors are another thing that's hard to get right now. That's exactly right. I actually talked with some of the people that are, bigger than us on YouTube and in the industry, and you'd be surprised right now. They can't even get tractors to demo, to show off, nothing, because these tractor companies can't even meet sales right now. So they can't even do promotions. I guess there's no need to when business is that good, right? But you can't hardly find nothing. Another thing that's crazy right now is boats. We're not boat shopping, but I drive by a lot of boat dealers anytime I go to cities. Our boat dealers have been empty for months. They can't even get boats to sell. They just absolutely can't. It's crazy times right now. Cars, everybody sees the car lots. Used cars are selling for outrageous amounts because you just can't get a newly built vehicle right now. There are several month wait. We had a friend that's been waiting for quite a while, and it just keeps getting pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed, and they've been on this waiting list. They get quoted 2 months at first, then it'll go another month, then it'll go another month, and it's wild, crazy times right now. I don't know. Bad time to build a house, I can tell you all that, but we're plugging forward. We're doing what we can. So Harrison said that's also known as storefront windows. Well, yeah, you're exactly right, because that's kind of what it will be. It'll be a thicker glass, argon filled, insulated, tempered, and have a much sturdier frame. So all that sounds very expensive. We'll find out. I'm worried. So Harrison says I could also call Tommy's Glass in Marietta. Thank you for a name right there. I'll wait and see how this quote looks, and I may have to reach out to somebody else. You just don't never know, but I'll take all the information I can get. So Donald says, is that just for the front windows or all? That's just for the front two top custom trapezoid windows. Every other rectangle window that you see in the house or square window, I already have. Those are just your standard gelled windows from Lowe's, which are very hard to get to, by the way. I finally called them several weeks back or a few months ago when they had just enough in stock to fit in the house, and I bought everyone they had. I already knew better than to wait too long on those, because just a while back, everybody was being quoted 16 weeks on your standard vinyl window. Nothing fancy, just what would go in any standard style home. And now it's hard to get windows again, I'm hearing, but we're good on all that. All we really need is those 2 custom trapezoid windows and 2 doors. That's what we're struggling to get right now. Everything else, we're ready to plug in and go. So, yeah, I see a lot of people still talking about side-by-sides, four-wheelers. Everything's just hard to get right now. It's crazy. And so AJ says, are we putting in spouting? I'm not sure what spouting is, to be perfectly honest with you. Elaborate on that, AJ's, and I'll answer that. Unless you mean like downspouts and gutters or something, then yes. but I'm not sure what spouting is, to be perfectly honest with you. So Shauna says it'd be great to see windows and siding. Well, have I got something for you? I'm going to start on siding this week if I can get past rats chewing up water lines and other things distracting me. And I'm going to stick a couple of windows in, and we're going to start some siding so we can get all the electrical done on the outside of the house and call in for that rough-in inspection. So you're going to start seeing some of that. Actually, I may spill the beans. I started on a tiny bit of siding today. Just a little painting. No cutting, no installing, but that's coming. It's absolutely coming. So, what'd you...
I like Mr. Randy's idea of putting a hanging bed on the porch.
Hanging bed on the porch. I don't know about all that now.
I knew you wouldn't like that.
Yeah. See, that's where my OCD comes in. Nothing swinging from the post, cracking the concrete, moving the post to roof. I can't do that. I got too much OCD for that. Now, I can get her one of those hammock beds that's got its own metal poles, you know, the ones you basically flip over in. But I don't know that I'm going to be hanging nothing from the actual ceiling or post. I can't do it. I can't do it. So Edward asked, do we use catch rain barrels? We do not. We tend to get such good amount of rainfall here, although we do go through some drought spells. There's no need to catch and harvest the water here because typically we're getting constant steady rain that takes care of everything. It's not too terribly often that I have to go out and do, I don't never water the grass, to be perfectly honest with you. And it's not too terribly often that I even have to water a garden, just unless we're in one of those weird drought spells. Like right now, I only think it rained once this past week, but before that, for the last, 4 months, it has rained like crazy. Just absolutely no need to water or do anything. So no catch system here, just because we're blessed. We get a lot of rain. So Mr. Robert, thank you very much for a very generous donation. He says, you better get that window caulk before it skyrockets too. No doubt about that. Actually, I went to the store just the other day to buy several tubes, and guess what? Sold completely out. I don't know if you're joking about the caulk or not, but I can't find it.
Well, you better get on it.
I know. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. So thank you very much, sir. And we've got to go out there and label the Mr. Roberts pipeline too, because he paid for all the conduit pretty much to put the electrical out to the house. So now every time we flip on a light out there, we can thank Mr. Robert for getting power run out to that house. Now we can thank him for non-leaky windows.
There we go.
Yeah. So thank you very much for your generosity. Truly do appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm trying to get you on board with probably trying to pick out things before we have to wait too long.
As if my plate's not already full enough.
I know.
I'm trying to think of this stuff, but for a first-time home builder, you know, but things
like
are behind us.
Furniture and other things too. We need to probably
we don't need no furniture. We got these $5. No, these are $50 rockers, and them $5 chairs back there. We don't need no furniture. We're good, right, y'all? Let's see here. Yes, Van Life for Crystal says Cash and Chris can sleep outside in hammocks when they come to visit you after they install them. Them boys been talking a lot of smack. I've got a lot of chores for them. If they want to come here and eat our food and sleep in our bed, they're going to have to do a lot of chores. We're going to put them to work without a doubt. Actually, Cash can cook. Chris, I've got a lot of chores for you.
Yes.
So Brandon asked, what size electrical service am I installing? I've got a 200 amp service out here at the shop, and I'm putting 200 amp service at the house, which is very common around here. Actually, if you look at the amount of amperage that they can feed you, doing 400 amp on a home and all these extra, 400 amp out here at the shop. I was talking with a contractor that's only a few counties away, and I think he said off the street, their power company can only provide a home like 300 something amps as it is anyways. But when you look at it, even if I was out here welding and working in the shop and we had the AC kicking in the house and everything else going, I bet I still only hit 100 amps. So 200 amp service to the house is plenty. We'll never even come close to pulling that at any one given time. And an additional 200 at the shop keeps things nice and separate. So 400 amps of service to run this place. I don't ever in my life foresee a problem. But that's the most common service to run to a home, at least in our area, is 200 amps. You can up it to 400 though. I don't know if you want to fire that old bad boy up.
I can.
All right.
Yeah.
So we'll start heating up the Blackstone, working towards some food over there in just a second, and I'll keep answering some of y'all's questions. So Shauna says, put your foot down, woman, get that furniture.
I will.
Yeah, we might not can afford furniture after we get in building this house. That could be a problem. We might have that blow-up pool on the back porch that's got the holes and duct tape on it, and a few of these chairs out there, but we'll be living life large. So Harrison says, I can build the furniture. I'm going to build some of it, don't get me wrong. But couches and fancy things like that, no. But end tables and coffee tables, I got some really cool designs. She wants, now she's saying she wants me to build a headboard for the bed. Oh, goodness gracious. This ain't never going to end, is it, y'all? When are we going to do fencing and animals and all that other stuff? When am I going to be able to go fishing, y'all? When am I going to be able to go fishing? So, yeah, I am going to build some of the furniture. I am looking forward to doing that. So Big Wave Florida says, can he buy my used Galvalume when I'm done with the build? Well, the problem with that is I'm saving that for all the animal pens. Eventually I may have a horse barn going in. We're going to do a chicken coop, and I need to build something. We really think we want to have goats here, so I'll have to build a shed for that. So the problem is everything I just mentioned, I don't even have enough tin to cover all that. I'll be buying more, so I don't really know that my tin is going to be for sale that we have laying around back right now. I'm saving it for those other projects. So Chris, oh, I forgot. Chris says $1,800 rent and he still has chores. Well, for $1,800 worth of rent, we might let you slide on the majority of those chores. Just keep your room clean. And we're back to cash having to do some chores and cooking right now. He's not here to defend himself, so we're good. Yeah, $1,800 rent. Come on, Chris. We got you. We're good. Yeah, so Randy brings up another point that we used to get asked a lot. A screened-in porch. That's kind of common here in Florida because of all the bugs. But there's two big reasons why we don't like screened-in porches. One, it really cuts back on the airflow and the breeze that you get on the porch, which is a big, big deal in Florida because it's so hot. We want to get full airflow on the back side of that porch. The other thing that I don't like about the screened-in porch is it kind of kills your view. Now, yes, it does keep a lot of these crazy bugs out, but we think with between fans, thermocells, mosquito spray, whatever the heck else we have to use, tiki torches, everything under the sun, we're going to try to keep the bugs off that way because that's pretty much what we've done our entire life. And a combination of those things typically works quite well. We could wind up screening it in down the road if it becomes a big problem, but it's only certain times of year the bugs get extremely bad. Like we've been out here with y'all all night long. Now that we've had just a tiny cool snap, I haven't been bit by a single mosquito. They're not flying around. But a few days ago when it was 90 degrees, there was mosquitoes everywhere. So everything's kind of seasonal. I definitely don't think that we want to ruin the view or the breeze. The breeze is a big one for me as well. So GoFundMe page for Chris and cash to pay the rent, says Sharon. Yeah, I guess we could do that. So Robert says we haven't destroyed the pool yet, but maybe a few belly flops later. Well, actually, I've got several, what is it called? Gorilla Glue patches on there right now, but it's the Gorilla Tape. So yeah, we've come close to damaging it, but still holds air just long enough to get out there in it and enjoy the afternoon. Hopefully, if the house doesn't absolutely destroy our budget, which it's trying to, maybe next year we can do an above ground pool out there. I want to build a nice deck out to it, and we want to dig down and drop the pool about a foot to where it's perfectly level with the deck itself. And that's what we've kind of always intended to have. We have a friend that did the same thing, bought a really nice above ground pool, like a several $1,000 one, and it's held up extremely well. I know most people think above ground pools just deteriorate and fall to pieces. She's had hers for years and years, takes very good care of it, and it's got replaceable liner, the whole works. That's what we think we're going to do. Because these in-ground pools, y'all, oh my goodness, they're outrageous. They cost, some of them cost a fourth to a third of what our entire house did. We can't do that. We can't do that, even though we were water babies. So J261989 says, hey Andrew, getting on late. Good work on the house. Watch you every night, James. So James, thank you for getting on the chat with us. I appreciate you watching all of our videos. Appreciate everybody that takes the time to watch them, because without y'all watching these, without y'all supporting us, this just wouldn't be possible, y'all. It's just that simple. So thank y'all so much for the donations, the time you spend watching this, because that's what truly allows me and Tiffany to live this dream. And hopefully we keep continuing to grow this thing, get a bigger community, and make something awesome out of it, which we already have without a doubt this week. So 1B Turner says, am I going to make the expo this week? Here's what's sad. I didn't even know the expo was this week. I don't listen to no radio. I hadn't caught the commercials. I had no idea it was. So no, I won't be making it this week. I have gas company coming back. I have a drywall installer coming out this week. I have rough-in inspections that I'm starting to schedule. I'm way too busy. I can't afford to take the time off right now. I would love to catch that expo, but probably going to have to catch it next year. So James says, nice fire. We've had one the last 2 nights. Yeah, it's actually dying down, but no point in stoking it up too much since we're not out there right now. She said, I got me another stack of wood right there. That's the other beautiful thing about us moving this live stream back to 5 o'clock here in a couple of weeks. Once we get done with y'all, we don't have to rush inside and kind of get ready for tomorrow, because what we used to do last winter when we did these live streams was we just got there and stoked that fire a little more, turn on some music, eat our supper beside it, and enjoy ourselves a little bit before we kind of had to go wrap it up. So I'm really looking forward to that as well. So Chris says the pool's okay. We need to see another belly flop. I got news for you, buddy. While it's not freezing down here, I'm actually a little chilly right now. Belly flops are probably over unless we get some more 90-degree days. But these 50s and 70s, oh no, that's not swimming weather for me at all. Not going to happen. So there's Mr. Darrell that just jumped on from Thomasville, Georgia. Welcome, sir. We've got to get up your way before long. It's actually been quite a while since I went up to Thomasville. Keep making all my trips over to Tallahassee right now. Let's see here. So Miss Shauna says, love seeing you guys, love seeing Tiffany cook. Well, you're going to be pleasantly surprised because she's over there getting the Blackstone hot right now and going to cook us some, I guess, pressed Cuban sandwiches. I'm not really sure what she's got going, but she spent quite a while making a cold pasta salad today with cherry tomatoes and all kinds of stuff in there. Cooked the pasta, so I'm looking forward to having that too. It's going to be kind of a nice change of a meal tonight. You don't always have to have something heavy, but a good pressed sandwich with a good cold pasta salad, I think that's going to go down really good tonight. Looking forward to it. So Jason says they had their first backyard campfire last night. It's an awesome time of the year, isn't it? I look forward to this all summer long. I really do. It gets me so excited when you finally get that first cool snap and can light that fire. There's nothing like it. Nothing like it at all. Uh-oh. Miss Tiffany says it's time. So I'm going to grab the phone. We're going to go over and watch her cook, and I will keep answering your questions. Come on, phone. Did I make y'all dizzy? All right, let's try this. There's a little Bullet. He hears crinkling over there. He's excited about cooking. You hungry, Bullet? He's like, yeah. All right, walk us through what we got going on, Miss Tiffany.
All right, so again, we are making pressed Cuban sandwiches.
Weird seeing you in jeans. It finally got cool enough for jeans, y'all.
All right, so I slow roasted my pork tenderloin all day, and I have some fresh seasoning on it that I'm going to put on the Blackstone, and we're going to get this warmed up for our sandwiches.
Oh, wow. So she's getting really fancy, y'all. Slow roasted pork tenderloin to make sandwiches. Yes. That is getting fancy. So there it is, chopped up with her seasonings. I guess she's going to brown it up on the Blackstone. So A Outdoors asked, when does rifle season start up here? It's usually the first weekend in November is whenever it starts. So actually tomorrow is our last day of our bow season. Then we have a 1-week crossbow season this week. Next weekend is the weekend that everybody gets excited about, muzzle loading. And we'll have that for a couple of weeks. Then it rolls right into that rifle season that you're asking about. And that goes all the way through usually the 3rd weekend in January. So we have quite a long season here. So Lisa Kelley just jumped on, even though she spells her name wrong. Welcome, Lisa. Cousin from another mother. And Chris says cheese.
Oh, yeah. Lots of cheese tonight, Chris.
All right, Chris. You're getting hooked up. I'm with you. I'm all about some cheese. So, see. Hello, Andrew and Tiffany. Enjoy all your videos. Still waiting on the lattice shirt and camo flip-flops. Clark from Alabama. And look, y'all. I'm out here in flip-flops. And I'm kind of cold, to be perfectly honest with you. Yes, I have got to work on that, y'all. So what are you doing? Buttering your bread?
Yes. Got to butter the bread. Blackstone
is amazing for that. If y'all like garlic bread, homemade garlic bread, or just toasted buns, oh man, so good. One Arm Hunter says he had some wild boar ham and potatoes for supper. Sounds good to me. And Jason asked, do we have a big bore air rifle season here? Nope, we've never had that here. It's always kind of modern firearms plus muzzleloading, but I've never seen anything for air rifles. Although I think you're allowed to harvest animals with them. We just don't have a specific season. So James asked, how's the tractor doing? It's been doing excellent, James. I'm using it, honestly, about 6 days a week right now. The code has not come back ever since they fixed that sensor. No issues, so that absolutely must have been the problem. And Jeff asked, did I get any bears on the game camera? Yes, I did. Actually, we're going to have a food plot and game camera video come out very soon, probably this week. And I've got several weeks of pictures. I have, oh my goodness, I have a ton of bear pictures, including the most recent one, I think, was at 2 o'clock today out in the wide open. So yes, bears are still around.
All right, here's my yummy pasta salad.
Yeah, I was just telling everybody about it.
Turned out very good.
Now that's a pasta salad,
Yes.
people. What do we have in that?
We have noodles and tomatoes, green peppers from the garden, purple onion, banana peppers, feta cheese, and salami.
Oh, that's a meal in itself. That's how you make a pasta salad, people. That's what I'm talking about. So 1B Turner said his wonderful wife cooked a picnic ham today. Green beans and rice. Yeah, it does. I used to not be a fan of ham at all, but it's slowly growing on me. I'm getting where I kind of like the ham. Mr. Richard says he loves his cooler weather. I agree. And Shauna says, you gotta butter that bread. Oh yeah, she did. You can still see it melting all out and bubbling right there. Probably shouldn't be looking. Oh, it's starting to golden up. That's what I'm talking about. So, Miss Lisa says, please pray for her husband. Heart Cath Wednesday. Absolutely, we will.
Yes.
Prayers for you for sure. Hope all goes well. All right, y'all. Y'all got any other questions? I'm just sitting here smelling and listening to food cook. That's what I'm talking about. This is going to be the craziest. Can we even call this a Cuban sandwich? Is that correct? With big chunks of pork and all like
Yeah,
that?
that's what it is.
Okay.
At least that's what I know it is.
Yeah.
From
That's what it's going to be for us tonight. What y'all think about that? So James asked, what about the ice build? Honestly, I've kind of had to take the last week or so off on that. It's still making ice great. It's working great, but I haven't really made any modifications or ran any tests because I've been working on that thing right there so much. Goodness gracious, we almost have a full moon. So I will get back to tinkering with the ice maker probably not even this week. It'd have to be next week. I've just got too much going on with the house. Oh, look, Cash is back.
Is he back?
Yeah.
Good.
Hey, Cash. By the way, do me a favor. Don't watch the live stream tonight. We weren't talking about you or nothing. You might not want to watch that back. So, Cash, we need your approval. She is making pressed Cuban sandwiches. We've got buttered buns. She did a slow roasted pork loin today. Now she is seasoning it up and crisping it, I guess. Mm-hmm. And boy, did you miss the pasta salad she just made. It's got everything in the world in it.
For Cash, I'll show it again.
For Cash, all right. So what do we got in it again? All right, Cash, pay attention to that.
We got our noodles. We got green peppers from the garden, banana peppers, salami, feta cheese, tomatoes. Did I say banana peppers?
Yeah, you did.
And purple onion.
And some kind of, what seasoning you got on there? Italian seasoning. So that looks pretty good, y'all. So, Arthur Tabby Newcomb says, Mousetrap and Slim Jim works better than peanut butter. Woo! I love me some Slim Jims. I'm liable to get caught in that mousetrap. I like that thinking, though. I like that a lot. I usually put an old slob of peanut butter on there because they can't hardly get it off. And the vault says they had some pasta salad like that tonight, too. So 1B Turner, yep, he says we all need to meet up and go to Jonah's one night because you've got Mr. Darrell on from Thomasville right now. There's quite a few people up in the southern Georgia neck of the woods.
Sounds like a good idea.
I know, we keep talking about going to Jonah's and we have yet to ever make it. Everybody says it's such a good place to eat. So Dave asked, are we planning on putting gutters up because he seen me doing the pine straw? Absolutely. So my goal here is to start putting siding up as quick as I can. Then I have to jump under and do soffit to finish the siding, get the electrical on the house, get a rough end inspection, and I'm probably going to do this side of the house and the back side. Go ahead and paint it, get it complete. Then I can call the seamless gutter guy over because that is my ultimate goal. Both sides of the house, I want seamless gutters just like we have on this shop up here. He did an excellent job. I love them. Huge seamless gutters is the way to go. Then we'll go ahead and get a couple of downspouts. So I'm going to work toward getting half of the house painted and complete ASAP, so I can have gutters and downspouts attached to the house and never have to pull them back off again. So that is 100% coming. Cash said it sounds good because you made it. Apparently not because I made it. Thanks, Cash. So Edward asked, would I give you a walk around on the boat that never gets used and sits in here? Yeah. My baby is filthy. Oh, it never gets used. It is a 2017 Nautic Star 2140 Sport, so it's 21 foot long or just under. It's got a Yamaha 150 on it, best motor made in my opinion. Let's see here, motor guide, GPS trolling motor, love that. It's got the little push button, it can lock you in offshore and you don't have to put an anchor out no more. And comes with a Magic Tilt aluminum trailer. Fantastic boat, awesome center console, seating in the back. We need to use this boat more, and sadly we don't. Big fish box, that's one reason I got it. But the main reason I purchased this boat was because we used to offshore fish a lot, but it got to where we couldn't hardly afford to go out there with a big old boat that we used to have, so we sold it. But this boat has the deepest V of any bay boat that I could afford in this price range. And we take this boat offshore all the time. It actually does a really, really good job. So Cash says, did you put any cow camp on there?
I didn't. I did.
She did, huh? What you think about that, Cash?
I sure did. I've been putting it on everything.
Right. So Uncle Tim says, I need to harvest one of those bears. I wish I could, Uncle Tim, but things got too political the last time we had a bear hunt here, and they have canceled it for now, but we're actually starting to have some serious problems. I got on Facebook today, which I never do, and noticed a friend that has some property just a few miles down the road that way is having a significant bear problem. Like, I think he's counted over 8 or 18 separate bears. It's something crazy right now. They're tearing his feeders all up, and there's been some reports of some attacks here lately, and one of those bears down there run one of his friends back to the truck, if I remember reading the story correctly. So they're starting to get a bit too cocky, confident, and we've been having some issues over the years of some bear attacks. It kind of got quiet over the last couple years. I hate to hear it might be coming back again. What do we got going on here?
All right, this is the rest of our sandwich. We have your homemade pickles.
Those are my homemade pickles, and they're so good, if I may brag on myself. If y'all like boar's head pickles, somehow my recipe nailed it. What else?
All right, we're getting ready to assemble it.
All right. So, Chris, here's some cheese, but that's not cheese like she claimed, but it's cheesy.
All right, I have my spicy mustard and mayo here.
Alrighty. Spicy mustard and mayo. All right, Van Life with Crystal, thank you for chatting with us. Cash says, where's his pickles? Actually, buddy, yes, I need to send you some. I'll do that. Oh, absolutely send you some. I've never heard you talk about liking them. Big Wave Florida says, FWC needs to figure out a better management plan for the Bears. I'll 100% agree. It shouldn't be political as much as it should be whatever the right thing to do is. And Brad says we need some solar-powered lights out here. Well, as soon as you walk right over here, it starts lighting up because I have some solar-powered lights. Ah, so Uncle Tim apparently got some of the seasoning. That's who Cash was talking to.
Camp?
Yeah, cow camp. It's good stuff. It is so good. Oh, Cash says his wife is a pickle thief, so he may not even get any if they show up. So James says he likes my air tank build. Thank you. That thing has been working awesome. And J Country Outlaws just jumped on. As you can see, Jacob, we are making some pork loin Cuban sandwiches with some homemade pasta salad over there. Tiffany has outdone herself tonight. I'm actually really excited about this meal. Yes, sir. Hup, Cash has put the pickles in the oil can jar. Well, yeah, I guess she won't open that, huh?
Camouflage it.
Yeah.
Or how about we'll just send one for her and one for him, huh?
If she's that much of a thief, that might not work either.
Oh, yeah.
So, Arnie asked, what's the cooking apparatus brand name? I'm assuming you're talking about this thing. That is a Blackstone. And if there's something else you're asking about, let me know.
Come here.
Robert says he loves Cuban sandwiches too.
All right.
Yes, I cannot wait to eat this, y'all. That does look so good.
Okay, we're about to press them.
All right, press these things. Let's do it. I'm ready to eat. Shauna says you got to hurry up and get your cooking channel. I agree. I really want her to get one. And we'll do it a little nicer. It won't be filmed on a phone and live stream. We'll actually film it with a better camera and try to make it look a little better. Oh,
yeah,
yes.
and I wanted different bread, but my grocery order gave me this, so.
Yeah, sometimes
They're a little small.
you get what you get. Oh, looks like I get 2 sandwiches. Yes, sir. Oh, this looks so good, y'all.
Oh, come here.
Oh.
Okay.
Officer Hero 909 says, love your videos. Keep up the great content. Thank you very much. And it looks like Chris just got him a new 37-foot camper. Well, then you don't need the room up there, Chris. Cash can have the room. You can pull your camper down here, and I'll wire you up a plug over there. See, problem solved.
These things are hot.
So DeVault says he's been craving a good Cuban sandwich. Well, this looks pretty stinking good to me.
Mm-hmm.
So Arnie says, the Blackstone, does it come with the chef? Nope, that's my chef. So sadly, you have to buy your own Blackstone and be your own chef. So Edward's got to jump off, says enjoy your dinner. Been watching all your videos. Till next week. Thank you so much for chatting with us.
All right.
All right.
It's a little bit hotter than I was hoping.
So A Outdoors says, will I be installing the windows and doors in the house myself? Absolutely, I will. So Jay Perrin says, looks good, but it smells and tastes even better. I cannot wait. Good eating for a hard-working couple. See, yeah, that's right. I earned this sandwich. So did Tiffany. We've actually been working all day long, something we typically don't do on Sundays, but it's just kind of turned into a little bit of that routine here lately, trying to get caught up, and me especially trying to get everything ready for all these rough-in inspections that I'm about to get hit with. So fingers crossed they go well and I don't have any major holdups.
All right. Let's get these a smashing.
All right, now she's getting extra fancy. They already look good enough to me right now, but I guess she is going to smash them. There's her press.
Yeah, I needed just a little bit bigger bread here.
Oh well.
Thanks, grocery
Everything
store.
that's falling out, I'll eat anyways. I can eat that with a fork, no problem.
All right, and I think we are done.
Good deal. So Jay Country Outlaw says, live stream's so much quieter without the big blasting fans in the background. Hey man, welcome to Florida where it's 90 degrees, 100% humidity. I gotta blast those fans. Of course, now it's finally cooled off enough where I don't have to do that. Now they're saying you're making them hungry.
All right.
Well, don't worry about that meat. I'll just throw it on the side. It'll be an appetizer.
Okay.
Alright, I guess some things are pressing up. Let's see what it looks like. Yes, sir, y'all. Pressed Cuban sandwiches. I cannot wait. Oh, I cannot wait.
There we go.
All right, there it is. So, I guess it's time out. We're going to wrap it up. I'm going to eat me one of those, and I'm actually really excited about that pasta salad over there. Looking forward to that. So, thank y'all so much for the generosity. Thank y'all so much for watching all the videos that you do, spending your Sunday nights with us, getting on here chatting. Thank you for cooking the meal that you did. It is all very much appreciated. So, I guess we want to say good night to y'all. Bullet says good night as he looks for crumbs. As he looks for crumbs right there running around. We're going to enjoy what's left of this fire. We're going to enjoy this awesome food. And I'll catch y'all Tuesday afternoon with another video. And we're going to work toward busting a lot of stuff out this week. And we got some major, major changes coming on the house. So, thank y'all. We truly do appreciate chatting with you. Y'all take care. Good night.